Race 8 on the card is the Hollywood Bets Bright Future Maiden Plate for fillies and mares over 1,400 metres. The 8th and final race scheduled to go off at 16:30. It's a very, very thin race. Now, things went completely awry for number 1 East Coast Star last time out when a strong favourite at 11-10, and she pulled up at the back of the field in the race won by Kind Judy. I'm pretty confident that Peter Muscat wouldn't be running her 11 days later if all was not well with number 1 East Coast Star. But even having said that, there are holes in her form, and you could possibly make a case for one or two others, the one or two others being Tostada and So Yeah. Now, if there were couplings still in existence as far as pick sixes are concerned, Warren, I'd be a lot more confident about banking number 1 East Coast Star, because I think her principal threat could be the stable companion number 5, So Yeah. But obviously number 4, Tostada, comes from the Western Cape, where she did run second back in March, and she's only had one start up here in KwaZulu-Natal. So the Andre Nel inmate number 4, Tostada, does command some respect. Before I hand over to you, I just want to chat about number 5, So Yeah. Runs in a compression mask. Ignore the last run. 13 out of 13 was the draw over 1,200 metres. They elected to drop her in, and she just never ever got into the race. On her debut run, when a close-up 7th to Makara, that was a good form line. Makara's done well. Closing at the line was So Yeah. On that run, number 5, So Yeah, has every chance of upstaging her stable companion, number 1 East Coast Star, if we assume that the right East Coast Star is going to arrive. But I can't look beyond those 3 horses. There's nothing else in the race for me.
Well, the form, yeah, there's nothing else. You're quite right. And really, it's with no disrespect to all of these horses, there's not much form to go on, and there's not much ability to go on. So, yeah, you could certainly be on the money here. The filly, the Gimme the Green Light filly. You know, that last run, you know, although, as you said, she's finished 10th on that occasion, it was only 7 lengths, which is not, I've seen horses finish much further back than that. 11 runners, 2 winners out of that form line, lightly raced, and she's going to have scope. East Coast Star, to be quite frank with you, I'm scared. I'm gun shy. We went for her in a big way last time. I fully agree Peter Muscat would never be running this horse if he wasn't 100% happy with her. Drawn 1, so she'll have a nice smooth run in transit. If you ignore that run...
Well, you have to ignore that run.
You have to,
it was clearly so far below whatever she had shown before.
Tailed off.
But even her form prior to that, the second to My Saving Grace is nothing more than just okay.
Well, 7 runners, 0 winners out of that form line. So the point I'm making is that if all is good and well, she should win this and win it well. You know, because the lack of opposition, there is no opposition. But yes, well spotted with number 5. So yeah, Tostada, obvious chance. But she's had 2 starts in KZN since relocating from the Cape, and they've been okay, in my opinion. So yeah, you could be quite right, and could outstage them all here. But a very, very difficult race. One other that I'd like to touch on, maybe number 11, Pearl of Africa. Okay form on that 3rd to River Dune, whom I think River Dune's going to train on and be a nice horse. She's got to have a quartet chance, but nothing to get excited about here.
So the 8th and final race, the Bright Future Maiden Plate for fillies and mares over 1,400 metres, very thin. In the first instance, I'm suggesting you can confidently narrow it down to number 1 East Coast Star, number 4 Tostada, number 5 So Yeah. My gut tells me that So Yeah is going to run a big race, but the form book suggests that number 1 East Coast Star is worth another chance.